Welcome back. So this lesson we're going to do two things. First, we'll open our application inside WebStorm. So let's try and do that. We'll say File, Open. We'll find our actual folder in here, and we'll say Open. And we get something looking like this. And as soon as it opens, it probably shuts down your terminal like this. If that happens, you can just go back to View up here, and you can say View, Tools, Terminal, and it'll pop right back up. There we go. Now it's already found its way into this folder, and it'll do that for the remainder of this course. Every time it shuts down, as long as you go to View again, it'll actually find its way into that folder that we're in right now. Sweet! So now that we've opened this project inside WebStorm, let's just try and add it to the world by actually adding it on GitHub. And I'll go into GitHub right here, and I'll log in, of course, and I'll create a new repository. Now I already made the repository, but I just want to give you guys a small note right here. When you create a new repository, don't select initialize README file and add ignore file when you're working with the Angular app, with the Angular CLI, because they're already created, both of these, so you don't have to add them when you're creating a new GitHub repository. So that means that I have a blank GitHub repository like this that I just created called Family Photo Sharing App Series 1. Not the best name, but it'll do. And now I just have to run some of these commands to actually get my GitHub from my local computer to the GitHub in the cloud, right? So first we'll do a git init. I'll skip the first step again because I already have a README file. This is pretty much just generating a README file. I already have that, so I don't want to do it. Let me show you. You'll see inside here there's actually already a README file available in my project right here, so I don't have to create that one. Instead, I'll run the git init command right here, git init, and it'll pretty much just tell me that you already have a Git repository, but I'll just override it. Now I'm sure I have a GitHub repository ready to use, a Git repository ready to use. So jumping back in here, I don't want to add only the README file. I want to add everything to this GitHub repository right here. So I'll write git app add, git add, and then a dot for everything. And it'll say, yes, that's fine, you've just added everything. Now that means that I've added everything locally. I've explained that I want to put everything locally inside my local GitHub repository. I just need to do a commit now. So I'll do a git commit, and then I'll put in a message of first commit. So look, git commit message, that's the -m, and I'll just say initial commit, like this, just to say that's the first commit. It's just, you can put in any message you want. Now it says these are all the things you want to commit, and if I do a git status now to see how things are going, it seems that I'm done. But I'm not. I've just committed things locally. I need to now push it onto github.com, right? So I'm going back here to github.com, and I have to call this command right here. Now this will be different on your machine, so you cannot copy mine. You have to copy your own run right here. Git remote add origin, and then this is where you need to save yours. And right now mine is pointing to this link right here, which is my GitHub repo. So I'll paste that in here, and I'll just add that. Now it just means that now my local GitHub and my local Git knows where to send the code when I do a git push. And that's the last command right here. This is only the command you have to do the first time. I'll show you later how you do the git push as you move forward. But I'll do a git push -u origin master, this command right here. Dijumi, there we go. Gajingo, it says pushing some code. Pashubi, we're done with that. And if I do a refresh now on the page, bam! I have all my code available on GitHub, and now you can go and grab it if you want to.